Hey everyone, welcome back to Crypto Cash. Thank you so much for joining me here. Hope you're having a fantastic day. Quick look here again at Bitcoin, double checking a couple of key factors. Still holding strong in the 65,000 range. That's kind of been the average price for the last 12 hours or so, ever since yesterday's dump. Now, when you're looking at the price action here, we want to double check a couple of important things. This descending trend, getting above the cloud, there's a handful of confirming factors we don't have just yet to comfortably take a long position. And honestly, even if we were to have that confirming factors, it's actually going to be another false positive. That's going to be a false breakout. We want to try to look at some back-end stuff here, kind of understand the big picture. Because again, Bitcoin swept pretty low here, roughly about 61.5, even lower on other exchanges about 59, 60,000. So we got to be mindful of the fact that Bitcoin may not be done retracing, but this could also just be perfect timing to lead into the Bitcoin halving and the price takes off too. A lot of different schools of thought, but I do want to congratulate our community members and just say, awesome job. Thank you so much for the wonderful feedback too. While we did take one stop loss, we took a massive amount of profit on the back end here from some, a small percentage left in our trades here. So we had some nice XRP trades. What was it? ICP, Filecoin, and then what? I think there was, AVAX, Rune, and ICP as well. I already said ICP, but all those there as well. And if we take a look here at our Premium Plus group, Solana, ETH, more Solana, AVAX, the list goes on here for just scalping the heck out of the market. So good job waiting 24 hours for that to kind of clear and then getting back in that trade there, folks. Congrats again on that. That's awesome stuff. So back in data here, liquidation, honestly, there's not a whole heck of a lot going on here. Truth is, there's a lot of liquidation at the lower, 57,000 mark, but those are probably low leverage longs that took longs around 60 to 62,000 when the price waked all the way down. Some exchanges hit 60,000, some exchanges hit a little bit lower. I think Binance, for example, though, this one only came all the way down to about 61.5. So again, you're going to get different results in different trades or different exchanges just based on how much volume and liquidity they have available. So take a look at that. Take a look here at Bitcoin. Let's double check the daily time frame and kind of see where we're at. We're going to be kind of in a bad place. Okay, now again, this isn't like dire straits. This is just telling us here that we're kind of broken bearish. Okay, so again, being below the 50-day SMA is a bearish sign. Okay, generally speaking, that's the common rule of thumb to be above the 50 to have any chance or any leg to stand on. That's why I felt confident in being, okay with our bullish trend here. Being above that level. Now again, if we can break above that in the next couple of days, different story altogether, but there's a strong chance we'll see a rejection at the 66.5 to 67,000 range. Based on that being a resistance level, we'd also have a potential bearish backtest of this ascending trend that has since been broken. Okay, so something to kind of be mindful of there. If we take a look at daily time frame RSI, we can see RSI is about 45 under 50. It's never a great sign. It's the first time we've been underneath 50 on the RSI officially here, at least substantially, since January 28th. And if you recall from January 28th, the price action on January 28th, just a friendly reminder, we saw Bitcoin was at 42,100. All right, so again, doesn't mean it's going to retrace that level. It just implies that the last time we were actually below 50, and once we broke above, we did a lot of cool stuff. So just because we're down below doesn't mean we're going to just continue super low, but it does imply that we should see further downside. That's generally the concept. Unless we can break back up above, but at this point here, we're not really in a prime position to see that. We take a look at MACD as well. We're seeing a divergence. Pretty much everything's looking fully bearish here on the daily time frame. I guess it's no surprise having 3 days of just non-stop 8 to 10% corrections from Bitcoin. That'll definitely do that. That'll hit the big old reset button too for altcoins. Speaking of reset button, let's double check this here. Bitcoin dominance is starting to come down. It's important to get back in that 55 or lower percent range. Basically, just at this point, we broke through a resistance level. This could be the new thing here, where Bitcoin, essentially establishes its dominance and continues higher. 60% is a possibility. We've seen that in the past. So if that is the case, we can expect altcoins to continue to retrace. But again, right now, it's kind of correcting itself naturally, and altcoins are starting to, I wouldn't say surge, but they're starting to recover. You see a pretty green market here, but generally speaking, this isn't that green when you think about all the destruction that just happened. Okay, so again, just friendly advice, be very careful trading altcoins right now. I'm personally taking a step back and waiting for better conditions to trade, because again, you're not going to have a lot of confirming factors right now. If you take trades right now on smaller time frames, you will get those confirming factors, but those are more so day trades that should only be held for a short period of time. So most of my traders right now that are active, they're just day trading with my scalping bot or trade trading on their own with confirming factors on smaller time frames. The confirming factors I like to use are more mid to long term, and they're designed to be held for longer periods, right? So there's a different strategy there, of course, but right now as a swing trader, you're better off kind of waiting for the price action to break specific resistances, such as this descending trend line, first before you decide to take a move. Okay, so if we take a look here, of course, we can see with what the 4-hour time frame, we're still under 50 in the RSI, still considered to be bearish sign. Stochastic swinging up, money flow index is plateaued right there at about 20. Generally speaking, that's a good place to consider buying because money flow index being super low like that, it generally recovers, and that recovers because people are putting money back into the coin. Okay, so again, we're going to start seeing the price action continue further up here, and a short position might be viable in the near future, but let me talk about that here in a minute. Just quickly to note, we got all moving averages kind of moving down. We're still below the 20. Until we can break above the 20, we have no reason to consider a long position. Okay, that's generally the concept. Hourly time frame tells us a slightly different story here, but still very confirming, letting us know this 0.5 Fibonacci retracement level is the area to be at or higher. So a closure at 66.4 or higher, just round number 66.5 or higher, would be ideal in the overall sense of being able to continue or have that continuation to the upside. So that's kind of where we're at here. Again, lagging span is soon to be, I wouldn't say free and clear, but it's soon to intersect rather, and that does imply that if you have a short position open, you may want to consider taking profit. Same thing with conversion line above the baseline here. That's momentum to the upside, so to speak. While it's not perfect, it's definitely happening, and we can see that that's a possibility too for the price to continue further up. So I would like to see a break above 66.5 to give us confirming factors that a long position might be viable at that point. We take a look at the 15 just really quickly to note. We can see this little trend line here kind of working itself out. We're going to see soon if the price wants to kind of break out. Okay, so again, this isn't exact science, folks, but once more, you continue to retest higher highs and higher lows. You're inevitably going to break those levels, and at this point, it does look like Bitcoin wants to try to do that. Just keep in mind, generally speaking, weekends are not ideal trading conditions, okay? Now, I know you see a lot of green in the market today, a lot of red yesterday. This could have been ideal conditions if you were prepared for it. But if you weren't, you kind of got caught off guard. Just hang out on the sidelines. It's okay to wait. You don't have to FOMO into everything. I do recommend, as I did yesterday, adding dollar cost averaging, adding to your spot bag. That's a different story altogether. And congrats to those who did. A lot of folks had some nice spot buys yesterday. Myself included. I got in pretty heavy around 64/62K for Bitcoin. So feeling good about that. Once more, price could continue lower. I'll continue to add to my spot bag, but spot is a different story altogether. Okay, hopefully I described this correctly. Thank you so much for watching. Do me a favor again, like, comment, and below. Deeply appreciate that. If you do want to become a better trader, CryptoCash.tech is a site, link down below. We do have some available slots here opening up here soon, so deeply appreciate your patience. And again, we do offer crypto payments too if you're considering that. Thank you again. We'll see you in the next one. Hope you have a good rest of your day.